A little history about Brown Chapel. There was this man who was ex-slave attending Jericho United Methodist Church. It was predominantly white. He went down to the altar to kneel and pray, and they told him that he could not kneel at that altar. So he got up, and his desire then was, I have to start a church. He and one other man went to this farmer and asked him for a parcel of land. He built what was called a brush arbor. It's called a brush arbor because it's made out of bushes. And this is where they worshiped. And that's how Brown Chapel came about. He started a church in 1892. And this man was named Robert Hagler.
It was really 4 families who were the original members of the church.
You know, you have the Hagler, the Backwin, the Irish. They were the leading families at that time. Everyone here at Brown Chapel were all related. 4 different families in the church. That's all.
We don't have pictures of the founder.
No, we do not. Many of Robert Hagler's descendants became Christians. Yeah, David Hagler Sr. was a grandson of the founder.
Well, I'm the granddaughter of Reverend David Hagler. I'm 77 years old. Brown Chapel it's the greatest church I know. I'm always bragging on my church.
Adam Gardner was my grandfather.
Well, my ancestors were the Bradleys. Our father was the grandson of Robert Hagler.
My father was Timothy Moore. My mother was Daisy Quadrup.
My great-grandfather, Richard Chapman Sr., laid the first $50 in the church over here. Hagler found the church, but that church had to be built to pay for it.
All my people there at the Brown Chapel.
This group of men bought the land and decided then they would start selling plots. 74 plots over here, maybe more now. As a African-American group of people, we've lost a lot of our history. And that's because no one documented it. We have very few seniors in our church now that really know the history of the church.
Everybody that was one day older than you was your parent.
Yes.
And they disciplined you accordingly. So all of us grew up under the hands of our elders.
We couldn't go out to play on Sunday afternoon if we didn't go to church on Sunday morning.
My granddaddy had to make the lock of ice and keep his son clothes for the next day for the 4th of July picnic. You're right, because the church sitting out for the baseball field and needs to play baseball here on the 4th of July.
And I hit a ball off above her hand and it's still looking for it.
Back in those days, the church was more than just a place of worship. It was our life. During the Jim Crow area, there's not a lot of other places that would be accepting of us. If we wanted to be educated, we better figure it out ourselves. And so Brown Chapel was that.
The church was a big stumping ground for the civil rights movement. When we finally received the right to vote, you had to be able to read and write. This was one thing why they would teach classes here to the seniors, so to teach them how to write.
These are the dues collection, and those are the Sunday school register. I mean, they were just giving what they had, $1, $2.
Right, and see that
Ooh, look at my grandfather.
Yep.
Well,
He was class number 3.
yeah, 25 cents. That's 25 cents, people.
Right, yeah.
Most of these folks had no education,
Exactly.
right?
They didn't have,
Mostly
majority of them
grade.
did not have education.
But they knew how to write their
They
names.
knew how to write their name.
In script.
So this was
They
back
knew
in
how
the
to count
20s
their
and
money.
30s. They knew, okay, they got it down.
The problem is that some of our churches date themselves by their members dying out. We get so disconnected from the future generations that they don't have any connection to the church. It's a concern. Church will just dry up and just close out because there'll be nobody here. But I don't believe that that'll be our story.
To all the descendants, I want them to be a part of this. Come back home. Nothing's like home.
If we don't tell the stories, people will not have a reason to take an interest in what's going on here in Elloree. Come to Brown Chapel and experience Brown Chapel for yourself.